All right, it's the last month of 2021, the first edition of Mic Check for this December. We're here to talk about issues and topics that matter to black males in our community. Joining me this week is Jay Barnett. He's a mainstay, a former pro football player and therapist. He'll be joining me every week. Jaha Howard, a political strategist, and Carlos Scott, a veteran marketing and PR executive. Welcome to start your day, fellas. You know how we do this, man. We need to make this fun. We need to make this conversational. We need to make this informative, transparent. And we're always going to keep it 100 a buck. Y'all ready to make this happen?
Let's do it.
You better let's get it.
All right, let's start off. Let's do it. Let's run, Stacey. Run. Stacey Abrams announcing she's running for governor of Georgia once again. Probably should have won the first time. Narrowly lost to Brian Kemp a couple of years ago. She's trying to bring this home, Jaha. You're down there in the state of Georgia. What can she do differently to bring it home this time around?
I mean, she got the recipe. It's time to keep cooking. I mean, she's doing her thing, and everybody, not only in the state of Georgia, but across the country, needs to give her a thank you card and a Christmas card, especially President Biden. Let's remember, Georgia, the changes that happened in Georgia affected what happened with the presidential election afterwards. And the fact that we have two U.S. senators that are Democrats. So Senator Warnock and Senator Ossoff, again, those are thank you cards that she should be getting every year for her life. And now it's time for her to get hers.
Carlos, you down there in Atlanta. You know Georgia very well. What do you think?
Oh yeah, as you know, I've been a Democratic strategist as well for 2 decades, and I'll agree with him. You know, the whole country owes her a thank you card, and the difference is this time, you know, she's a rock star. I mean, she's literally become, you know, above and beyond just politics, and so. She is a reflection of the change in the demographics in this country, but more importantly in this state, because now we're blue. And more importantly, that loss, I think it lit a fire in her and she's galvanized the troops. And like Jaha said, you know, she's got the recipe to bring on home. Just keep on cooking.
Yeah, you keep on cooking. Jay, I said this. Go ahead, Jaha.
Can I add one more thing? We know that everybody got a cousin in Atlanta. Everybody. And their definition of Atlanta keeps changing. So I grew up in Atlanta, but everyone's cousin that come to Atlanta, now we're talking about a 45-mile radius. And what that's doing is it's changing the whole state party. The whole metro area is now turning Democratic. Also, we're talking about county commissioners. Local municipalities are changing. All of it's happening because of a perfect storm of changing demographics and having a candidate that can articulate for a large group of people. And it's going to take every type of Democrat. You know, we know that Stacey is one brand of Democrat, but it's going to take every kind of Democrat to come together and bring this home.
And it's going to take support. I said a couple of years ago when she lost, and then in 2020, how her burden actually became a blessing for the whole Democratic Party, because if she would have been governor, maybe Georgia doesn't turn blue without her efforts to get out the vote. Jay, I want to talk about this, though, man, because, you know, we talked about this earlier with Kamala Harris. Even Jen Psaki has acknowledged that a lot of the issues that she's going through is because she's a woman and a black woman. Think about this now. I think next to racism, I know next to racism in this country, misogyny and sexism is a huge issue that we have here. Now, most of us respect women. I respect women. I see the value. I know how big they are when it comes to being leaders and how they can lead this country. But we know, and let's keep it real, fellas, there are still some men out there and some black men that don't feel like women should be leaders. What can we say to them? How can we convince them otherwise, Jay?
I think one of the ways that we can convince them, man, is to become more objective and to become more mission driven. When you look at Stacey Abrams and look at what she's done and look at how she's been able to rally the country, and let's be honest, right? You want to see some changes, put it in the hands of a black woman. And Stacey's shown that she's resilient. She's shown that she's persistent. And I think what this does is this can help a lot of men to look deep within and not make this about gender, but make it more about what is the objective here. And if Stacey's going to push the line and she's going to push this movement, you know, let's get around her and let's help galvanize those around her to support her. And of course, we all know most times when brothers have an issue supporting a woman, that's something deeper within and has nothing to do with the call. And so I think a lot of brothers need to kind of do some self-check, man, and some self-work to change their perspective on how they see women in these spaces.
Yeah, we still have a lot of insecurities in ourselves, don't we, Jaha? Talk about that, Jaha.
No,
we still have
man,
a lot of us still have insecurities in ourselves, so they won't see women, and we might be afraid because we see women sometimes stronger than us mentally, but we can't admit that sometimes. Not all of us, but some of us.
Hey, Mike, I'll share this with you, and I got to keep it 100. We said it at the beginning, right?
100.
I know we got our issues as men, and we got to make sure we continue growing, and we are growing, but we got work to do, right? But let's keep it above. The President Biden has not done any favors for Vice President Kamala Harris. Anything that's controversial, hard, they have not put her in a position to be great. They have put her in the most difficult circumstances and made it almost impossible for her to shine. We're talking about immigration. Nobody looks good talking about immigration, but that's the role that they gave her. You know, when it comes to someone like Pete Buttigieg, I mean, he gets transportation. He has, okay, we got to build back better, billions of dollars coming, all these projects. There you go. You can trumpet that. Kamala Harris, we'll give you the stuff that nobody looks good when they talk about it. Not even the president.
Do you think that's because she's a black woman? Do you think that's because she's a woman, or is it?
All right, we should be calling out the powers that be.
Okay, so you think that's because she's a black woman?
Oh, as a woman first, and a black woman, there's a lot of people that know that Joe Biden may not have a second term in him, and after the second term, who's next? Let's be honest. A lot of people don't want her to take that next step. They have other ideas.
Carlos, I see you nodding your head, Carlos.
Yeah, I think they definitely have not done her any favors with some of the opportunities or lack thereof for her to shine. And what you have to do is you have to align people with their strong suits so they can make at the end of the day, they have to put her in a situation so that she can win, not only for her, but for the country and for Biden. Because if they don't put her up in good situations, then basically it's just going to be one fumble after another, but it's not going to be directly her fault. She can only go with the playbook. It's just like being a quarterback. The quarterback can only run the plays that the coach calls. You feel me? So right now, Joe Biden is the coach, and and she's just a quarterback or a wide receiver. So she can't run a post route when the play calls for them to run a slant.
Well, look, I'm going to say it like this. I think Kamala Harris, strong black woman, Stacey Abrams, strong black woman. I think you put them in any position, they're going to find a way, just like black women in this country, black women around this world. The strongest force on this earth are black women. The backbone of our society are black women, and they will find a way when no way. You can put them in any position, they're going to find their way through it all. Jay, I'm going to give you the last word on this, and I got to move on to the next topic.
Well, I just said, want to echo what you just said, Mike. I think, the one thing that we're able to look at in these different dynamics when it comes to Kamala Harris and to Stacey Abrams is being in those unfavorable situations. How do you rise above these situations? How do you rise above these different dynamics? But that's the beauty of it, right? You get to take all of the bad and you get to make it however you want. So I think on one end, while some may see it in opposition, I think it's a great opportunity for her to take what is given and to manage it well.
Yeah, and we got to be as strong black men. We got to definitely make sure we go out there and support our sisters in every aspect. When we hear other men, black, white, or indifferent, talking down on our black women or women in general, we have got to be the men that we're supposed to be to make sure that we uplift our women, to make them better in society, to make us better as well. All right, we also got to do better when it comes to our insecurities. We talked about this a little bit when we were talking about Stacey Abrams. There's this controversy we talked about in the last hour, social media platforms. Let's put the picture up. This young male playing with his kitchen set he got as a gift. We've seen pictures like this before. Jay, you can start this one off. How big of a deal is this, and why are we making this such a big deal? And what's this say about gender roles? Is this an outdated way of thinking?
To be honest, Mike, I think, there's a lot of individuals that are traditionalists, and I understand that. But when I look at this picture, I don't have any interpretation of it. What I see is a young male who has been cultivated in his opportunity or gifts to possibly be a chef one day. But I mean, this is social media, man. You know, people are going to take a sound bite. They're going to take pictures. They're going to take the clickbait. And I think, you know, we're living in an era where we have to have something to discuss and something to talk about. And I think there's an overreaction to this photo. I think this is a photo, is a great depiction of that. Gender roles have left, man. So you got brothers cooking. You got brothers that are being stay-at-home dads. You got brothers that, you know, are working from home, and they've taken on the role of cooking and cleaning. So I think it's an overreaction to the picture, man.
Jaha, let's put that picture back up one more time. I got to see the picture one more, because I want to point something out. All right, if you look at this picture, when you put it up, if we can put it up. All right, there's a sink. This boy is washing dishes, right? There is a refrigerator. Right. There is somebody that's cooking in the microwave. What part of the kitchen did you not do as a child for real? How many of us had to wash dishes when we were kids? Well, even if you didn't have a dishwasher, right? You use a refrigerator, we use a microwave, we all cook. How does this have anything to do with being gay, Jaha?
You know, this is when you got to take the microphone away from some people, you know, like, look, man, we off that. You know, it's been said many times, we off that. We're in a house. My wife does primarily the cooking, but her dad growing up was the primary person who made dinner, right? And we have 2 boys and a girl, and it's my boys who love cooking. So look, we don't have to go to one extreme or the other. If you enjoy cooking, it's an art. It's a beautiful thing. We value it. It's not some kind of bad thing. Like so we're off that. Let's. I mean, there's so many things going on. I can't believe that we give the microphone to people who are just like talking about this stuff, and we off that.
But you know that's the thing about social media. I think social media is the best invention ever made, and it's also the worst invention ever made, because you're giving people a voice to be heard, which is helpful, which helps us win cases in court that we didn't win before, because the word is out there, but also it gives everybody a voice, and everybody shouldn't be heard in certain situations. Somebody should be on mute. Carlos, we've evolved, man. We men get manicures, we get pedicures. Couldn't do that years ago. Wear open-toe sandals. Couldn't do that years ago without being labeled. Couldn't wear a merce.
That's it. In the wintertime.
So,
you wearing this because you're in LA, you wearing open-toe sandals in December.
If you got a nice manicure, if you got a good pedicure, you can wear the open-toe sandals if you're secure yourself.
My toes are too long
even
for
that,
man.
back
My
in
toes
the day,
are too long. I can't do it.
Well, that's your issue, that Jaha. Now you got to work on your feet. You know what I mean? Go ahead and get that little shave thing to shave off the little shavings on your feet. If your feet you picking up the carpet as you walk. but Carlos, we have evolved as a society, as men. But is there a line that you feel like some people shouldn't cross when it comes to their kids? Just to play devil's advocate.
First of all, let's deal with the picture. As someone who has represented over 6 different celebrity chefs, and to be perfectly honest, I'm a better cook than 90% of the women I've ever dated, including my ex-wife. So I don't see any problem.
Get her on the phone. Get her on the phone.
Making comments like that. That's why she your ex.
You know, hey, that honey barbecue salmon with that pan-seared maple Brussels sprouts. Oh, come on. But anyway, we have evolved as a society. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I think that there's nothing wrong with that picture. I mean, as Jay said, I think when you see that, I saw it, I thought it was like, hey, this is a young brother that his parents are obviously teaching him at a young age, that like my mother taught me how to cook, that I needed to know how to cook. I didn't need to depend on a woman for me to be able to eat. I was the dishwasher. We didn't have a dishwasher growing up. I was the dishwasher. So there was nothing wrong with that picture. We just have to get out of we just got to get out of our kids' way and allow them to express themselves the way that they feel comfortable expressing themselves, you know?
All right, Jay, Jay, you're my partner on this segment here. You join me every week. I'll give you the last word as a therapist in about 30 seconds. Sum this up for us, because, you know, we want our kids to be happy. And if our kids are happy doing what they want to do, why is that an issue? Why is that a problem, right? At the end of the day, if the kid wants to play with that, allow that person to do that. You speak on that and to close this thing out for us.
I think what you see overall is a contextual problem where there's a lot of people who see this picture as interpretation, right? This is gay, or an interpretation of why would he have a cooking set? But when you look at this, man, you look at someone who's able to change the dynamic socially and to shift social messaging. Many of us have been, programmed with these messages based on men only do this, women only do that. But when you look at this, man, this has given this young man a broad view of just life in general. And when kids can have a broad view of life in general, this allows this young man to be domesticated. This allows this young man to be able to provide, to be able to cook, to be able to manage his own household. And so I think contextually, man, the issue is greater beyond the picture. The issue is more from our own views of what we've been projected, or how it's been projected on us, or what manhood really is. Because a lot of the brothers that I saw commenting on this is, how can you put your son in the kitchen set? And in my view is, how can you not? Because I think there's a great opportunity to teach him that manhood supersedes just being in the kitchen, but what your abilities are able to do just to maintain a household.
Yeah, he's still a man. He's happy. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, he's happy doing something that he enjoys doing. Good stuff, gentlemen. Appreciate you, Mike, checking with me this Friday. Jay Barnett, Jaha Howard, and Carlos, my salmon is better than yours, Scott. Thank you for joining me this week. We will check back in for another mic check next week. Appreciate you, brothers.